dog when I'm keeping that fire on me. Boy, go dig your partner up, he lit, I put his ass in the ground. Left that nigga red as fuck and spread them ashes in town. When we catch him, we gon' pack him up and pass him around. Shoot for the head, you know niggas never miss the eye. Might go see that nigga mama, heard she back with a clown. Actions allowed, word is my bitch is coated in saber-lives, frozen like a snoring. Them niggas know not to play with fire. That means in other words not to play with I. Boy, we got them cannons like Genesect when we take a drive. I'm on my favorite time. I've been staying on my D-All, but we are not gon' respawn. The disrespect with words is gon' be curtains just to be on. This laser send a nigga into space just like he D-Oxes, bitch.
Yeah, Team Rainbow Rock and I bring the fleet. You go for gold, I red dot, you to say the least. Mo host that I'm cold and toxic, I bossed it, became elite. Colossal, I came with heat, flow water, I gained esteem. Stone frosty, then glaily peep, them shits dropping they jaws. Terrestrial electric, spark it and problems get solved. Pick for the spring of that action, dropped if he dropping the ball. Glowed up like agronite, stay with steel, but stop rocking with y'all. Iron with frauds and visage, murking them, burn it, tucking, I'm gutsy, fucking flame on clutching. Fuego snuffing, my ironworks, I can't go bluffing. Faithfuls frontin' for flinching when that Draco rushing. Ain't no wonder we find you catch a halo bugging. My brother, I need to boast. They dusted but think they dope. Try mimic you but get busted. Them puppets is really broke. Self-gunner, I sneak a scope on you suckers who seeing ghosts. Told them run it, they flee the smoke. Bitch, I run it. Who keepin' skull, motherfucker?
Buy your flash out, put your mag down. Ship gear, you up in the bad town. Mills tanks, boy, you barely cash cow. Only H&M when the bag out. Now my mom and dad proud. Not a thing no more about the circumstance. It was all fighting in the background. Bad route, I was penny up on the computer. Changed name, I was running the loot up. On the web, had the heavy duty boot up. Overseas joints trying them a suit us. For any more kind, Freddy Dark Ride K right next to the Ruger. If the 6 down, then it's big round. You better hold of that hooper. You better pray that they not out for bread, not out for Gouda. Team full of Ubers, swiftly run your drip. You ain't seen no Barracuda. Doing too much, I'm not Mr. Rhyme because my looty cooler. No, I won't zap those, but the dudes seduce ya. If it's red protocol, then it's boop, boop, boop. Man, the buzz spin above, take you to the future. Homies in the lab, cosplaying hoop, hoop. We don't clear smog, I'm in my zone when I light the fuchsia.
Yippee! Don't we love Pokemon? Now. Do we have much of a plan for this evening festivities? Absolutely not. You know, just a depressing nothing day, and we're going to turn that around with just a great stream. Isn't everybody excited? Or we'll do something. Look at poor Caseytron. She fell off, huh? 200 viewers. That's crazy. Emaru, though. 15k. What do you think she's doing? Oh my god, she just went offline, you know. She knew when the real streamer started. I think she's gonna raid me, in fact. It'll come through any second now. Why is Heath's fucking name changed? I don't like this at all. Lil bro follows Caseytron. We love the great Caseytron here, of course. Remember when we used to talk up Caseytron all the time, like 4 years ago when we were streaming? That's pretty funny. We've also got Yubia faces. Now this has been crazy. How long has it even been? We're ringing Twitch up. Nope, that's Twitter. Don't you love how they both start with TH? And by TH, I mean TW. I don't even know if I uploaded the last one. It was like 5 days ago. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a fucking god. I love consuming. Oh yeah, we were doing a consuming list. I'm not trying to save things here. Now, tweets, that's where we love to start. Oh my god, the third Pokemon opening starting to grow on me, chat. This is disgusting. Mr. R might rejoice. Dan. I wonder what that means. Terrorist attack. We love that. WrestleMania 41. Now that's big. What could possibly be trending from that? Superman. I haven't watched this Superman trailer yet. We might do that on stream because I'm vaguely interested, but not interested enough to watch it by myself. We got this cool female Titan art. Remember this from the female Titan arc? Nearly 30k likes. You know, we love it. We've rewatched Ghost in the Shell. We love the great Ghost in the Shell. And 4 seasons, I think. It's funny, this time I was like following the plot and stuff, whereas last time I feel like I was very confused. I don't have a lot to say. It's funny that Ghost in the Shell is like one of the like biggest anime movies of all time, or at least historiographerally. Like, it's like, I love Akira, brother. I love anime. I love Ghost in the Shell, brother. I love anime. Those like the two, right? What are other ones? Other olden time ones. Now there's like Your Name and shit, but that's shitty new anime. We hate new anime. It sucks. It's very poignant in that way because some of the strongest thing about it, I feel like that is entirely vibes based. It's just like a cool vibe the whole way through. Like, the plot is super confusing and convoluted. Not in a bad way. I think it's kind of cool. But there's like vague, like political machinations happening that I definitely think a stupid person would think was cool. And I might think is even cool a little bit. It'd be very funny. I would wonder what a modern audience, not in the critical drinker sense, but in a general sense, would think about this movie. It is short. It does have that going for it. It's only like 80 minutes. But I feel like if Elita... It's always funny with that fucking idiot Elita, you know? He obviously hated Acura, which is hilarious. I wonder if Acura sucks. You know, I haven't watched it yet. I should watch Acura soon. Why not? But I feel like that has to be like vibes-based, that it's just like cool. And obviously you want to watch cool things because you want to be cool too. And if you like the cool thing, then maybe people will think you're cool. Elita, he doesn't get that. He doesn't get the meta-narrative about stuff. He actually cares about like the movie and stuff. He's a little retarded. So I could definitely see Elita watching this and being like, this was a 2 out of 5. And then he goes into it. But I feel like it looks too cool for him to think that. But I don't know. I probably would have said the same thing about Akira. But I don't know. Who knows with this idiot? Gonna be the best film of all time. Now, what could Miller the Killer be talking about? Oh, Superman. I see. We'll get into that. The vibes are nothing like the manga. Heath is a big proponent of the great Ghost in the Shell manga, which I have learned is very short, which means it is now on my short list in my head. We've already got to update the silly short list from last time, huh? There's other things. I probably, just before the end of the year, I had a bunch of those plans. We'll definitely be finishing Crash 3 before the end of the year. I do have a week and a bit. I don't think we'll probably get through Cowboy Bebop before then, because I still haven't watched the second episode. I could have done it today. I've really done nothing today. I played like 2 sessions of Crash, and I almost never do 2 sessions of anything. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I also went on Backlogged and changed a bunch of ratings because I was like, man, because I felt like this and it was true. I gave Crash 1 a 4, Crash 2 a 4, Crash 3 a 4, and Crash Insane Trilogy a 4. And I just had to go back and make sure that we now know that Crash 3 is a 4.5. And then when I put it to 4.5, I'm like, why isn't it a 5? It's obviously like the best game ever. But I didn't do that. I kept it at a 4.5. In some ways, I think it should be known that the first one is a little worse than the second one. But it's not 3.5 stars. That's a video game you fucking hate if you're giving it 3.5 stars. Especially on my rankings where everything that I like gets a 4. Like Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is pretty cool. I think I was trying to get to the point... Anyway, I did some backlogged re-rankings. I put Legends Arceus as 5 stars. I don't know why it was 4.5. What am I, retarded here? I added Balatro and gave it 3.5 stars. See, that's a video game we hate. I think I added Pokemon Pocket, and I gave it a 4 stars, because, we love it. I've got 2 Celebes, I've got 2 Snivies, I've got 2 Servines, and I got 2 Superiors, bitch. I got the whole deck running. I got rid of all my Butterfree Heath, but even though I love him a lot, I've somehow maintained Venusaur, because, I'm too attached. I got rid of the Lilligant, though. They're not necessary anymore. In some ways, if rare candies exist, it's just too different. Rare candies, in the actual Pokemon trading card game, rare candies let you skip the middle stage and just go straight to the 3rd stage in an evolution line. It's a great card in the actual card game. But that's only because you draw 7 cards at the beginning, so you have more cards. And there's also specific search cards in the real card game where it's like, search your deck for an item card. So you can get one of those, like you can run 4 rare candies, 4 of those, and you'll be able to get a rare candy. And on the first turn you can evolve, you can have a 3-stage up immediately. If that existed, then I think a Superior Venusaur deck would like be the dominant deck, but it's not fast enough to get them up. So that's why Celebi is definitely the better option. But I believe in it. Celebi just doesn't have the bulk that the Great Venusaur does. Plus, it heals itself. There's potential there. I just got to figure it out. I'm scamming Scolipede / Weezing / Mew EX in its OP. And it's OP. Right now, it's OP. Alright, now I understand the message. I really haven't seen any Mews. But most of the battles I've been doing is the solo battles just so I can get more packs. But I'm at the point now where I'm opening packs and not getting any new cards, even in the new thingy, so. But I have done some event ones, but I feel like I run into, like, Marowak EX decks a lot, and they're not very good. And a lot of Arcanine EX decks still, which is not good at all. Anyway, piece of shit Karu was in Asuka's Evangelion unit for, like, an episode. Fucking little cuckboy, we hate that. Then we love the great Chikorita, the great one of all time. We love the Pokemon anime. We got Tyranitar and Aggron hanging out, because there is a weird little community that puts them together too. Because if you like one, you're probably going to like the other. They're very similar. Obviously, the two best Pokemon. Okay, Crash 3 is definitely the better one, true. Eat Shit Clone Boy, the original is better, true. Mew EX is better than Mewtwo EX, so we love that. We hate that little fucking Mewtwo bastard. Though we got this Celebi that's about to hit, like, million damage. It's gonna keep going. See, chat, you're supposed to get to 6 and then that should be enough. But it's got like a whole lot more coming. 48 in fact. And then it's gonna do 900 damage. That's crazy on God. We got Final Fantasy artwork, we love that. We've got Gliscor artwork, we love that. Look at the cute little guy. Then we got Berserk shooting artwork. Then we've got Whale Lord artwork. Then we've got I watched Cowboy Bebop episode 1. Isn't that crazy? What the fuck is coming up with 41? Oh, I think something leaked. Is it this one? Yeah. That CM Punk and Roman Reigns might be the match at WrestleMania instead of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So it's like, haha. Fuck you, Seth. I feel like they have to do the Rollins match, though. They can just do the Roman match later. But, I don't know. Does Roman have a match? Is it against Solo? What's going on? Is The Rock actually doing anything or not? And then we have, what is this? It's just a Hulk meme. I don't get that one. No, yes. Hilarious.
Did you
wrestling.
notice?
Oh, I opened a short about a plot hole in the Great Attack on Titan. Let's check this out.
Did you notice this plot hole in Attack on Titan? As
Yes.
we know, Titan shifters can only live for a maximum of 13 years as a result of the Curse of Ymir. But did you notice that in Season 3, Episode 11, when Keith Shadis says he met Grisha 20 years ago, this would have meant that Grisha had his Titan for 15 years, as at this point in the show, Eren had only had his Titan for 5 years. Did you notice this plot hole?
Simple maths, Isayama. How about you figure it the fuck out? Now be careful, Chuck.
Universe
Bro.
7 had a much weaker.
Did you
Care
notice
about
this
Universe
plot
7.
hole in Attack on?
The great Section 9 from the great Ghost in the Shell, though. Why did I open this up? How do I find out my genders? My audience genders here? Because Elite RE did his fucking silly little PowerPoint here that I gotta get done for my own. And he had stats in his. I never put stats in mine because I'm not a loser. New viewers who returned. Low. Oh no, we lost them all. Well, that's also because we didn't upload anything. I want to have more women than Elite RE, right? That's all we need. Remember when I used to have female Twitch stratters, and they used to give me money? That was crazy. Remember Fleur? Remember maybe Anne? When are your viewers on YouTube? 6 a.m., nobody cares. Videos, nobody watches, everybody watches. What does that mean? Subscriber bell notification. Subscribers who turned on all notifications to your channel. 13%, that's big. Oh, here we go. Top geographies, of course, we love the great English-speaking countries. We don't appreciate my German viewers enough, Watch time subscribers, nobody subscribes on YouTube anymore. Hold on! Oh, it's only in the last 28 days. 25% female, but that's because I did 2 girly shows. Diebuster's definitely not a girly show, but Madoka is. Now that's crazy. User specified. What does that mean? Does that just mean non-binary or something? Women love me, chat. This is crazy. And the of appropriate age too. This is great. How do I see for all time? Oh. Let's just do the last year first. Where are we up to? Same basically here. Oh, we don't like this. We don't like this one bit. 7.7%. That's no good. I assume it's only going to get worse. Though Lifetime is probably more viewers, obviously, than the last 365 days, which means the potential for more women. But all those views come from Black Lagoon and Berserk. And a woman wouldn't be caught dead reading that rape fantasy Berserk. But they love Black Lagoon, though, of course. Come on now. What are we doing? No, I thought it was 90%. Oh, it did go up a little bit. Nearly 10% female, I'm just out here, It's my sex appeal chat. Wins them over. Anyway, the whole episode is the first anime episode, but twice as long, right? So terrible. The whole episode is the first anime. Oh, for Cowboy Bebop? I'm going to not comment very much. But yeah, it's kind of that story, but FaZe there. We're not allowed to talk about it, right? I'm going to save it up. I'm going to save up the rage for a video review. Where the fuck is this dumb Superman trailer? Oh, I also skimmed through this video. It's our favorite girl who I watched talk about One Piece for a little while. Like my background noise for a day and a half. But I gave up when she got to like Dressrosa or something. No, I didn't actually listen to any of this. I just skimmed it a little bit. I went into medium parts, but One Piece is still number 1. Then Shitty JoJo's Adventure, but Attack on Titan was number 3, baby. That's our manga right there, chat. Then Shitty Frieren. There's no way we like Frieren. Then Dragon Ball. Why would a girl like Dragon Ball? This is crazy. Let's find out.
In Attack on Titan because
True, we're still talking about Attack on Titan based.
Anime. I haven't watched the anime in Dragon Ball. Maybe it's extraordinary there, but in the manga, the action for Attack on Titan, especially in the early parts of the story, is pretty hard for me to follow sometimes. I don't always
Oh no.
follow action super well in manga. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, I don't know.
You're boring now. You'll say it's just okay. I'll say it's terrific.
At the bar so unbelievably high, and I honestly don't know that it'll ever be matched. I am not an action first reader ever. I like a good fight, but I like it for the emotions that it brings.
Hey, the top 50 albums list is out. Where do you think the JPEG Mafia album is that I haven't listened to?
For the things that,
oh, but CeeLo Pill to be glad to know I did listen to half of it like one time when I was on YouTube Music like 2 weeks ago, but I don't really remember any of the songs.
Is the story and the story.
I did add one to my library, but I haven't listened to it since.
And the things that it tells. Dragon Ball Z, I don't fear for anybody's life. In this story, I got really wrapped up with a lot of the deaths that happened in that series. So I mean, I still felt all kinds of things. But like, eventually I resolved to understand that this is a One Piece and not a JoJo's in that way. But it didn't stop me from adoring every
It's stupid.
piece of action that I experienced through this story because of the way it is drawn. It's drawn so precisely that I can so clearly, even a very complicated move.
I saw this and I got to Vagabond and I'm like, how has she not farmed Berserk yet? Because I'm almost certain she hasn't, because I would have seen the thumbnails. But that's like a crazy choice. Now, a lot of these booktubers, of course, I watched The Great Bookborn talk about all the Game of Thrones books. They were great. We loved them. There was another booktuber too that I watched, and they all seem to very much not like rape scenes at all. They're all like, I won't read stuff if it's got rape scenes, and if it happens, I won't actually read it. I'll just skip the paragraph or something. So that could be it. I don't know.
Historical fiction following a character who is trying to be the greatest samurai, and in order to do that, he has
Vinland
to
Saga.
challenge and defeat.
Why have we done these two and not Berserk? What's going on
every samurai
here?
that is above him, and that includes death. It is a battle to the death. So there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of pain, and that description poorly describes what the story is because it's actually very slow and it's a lot more focused on a personal journey, initially strengthening as.
Isn't it crazy that I know nothing about Vagabond? I know there's like a farm thing. I know there's a girlfriend. I know it's slow. I know it doesn't have an ending. But there's not like a single or anything like that I know about Vagabond. Should we just start it? Are we going to start it tonight, chat? I guess Kingdom is similar, but Kingdom has like 700 chapters. It's crazy. But even then, I don't like see Vagabond like YouTube videos with like thumbnails. Berserk is very unique in how popular it is, especially online. Because I guess the big three shonen are all like, well, Bleach is probably much less popular generally, but they're all very popular. Especially One Piece is One Piece might be, just because it's still relevant, and more so because it's still ongoing, might even have beaten Naruto now in general popularity, especially on the internet. But they're all, like, very popular shows. Whereas these three really aren't. Like, even the Vinland Saga community, like, who's the most popular guy? Vinhard or whatever? Like, there's not a lot. Like, you can do a Vinland Saga video and get a lot of views, but there's not, like, Vinland Saga guys. Like, there is Berserk guys. And most of the Berserk guys end up being some of the more popular Vinland Saga guys anyway. It's just funny. Why did she do a top 10 backwards? Because, you know, she's kooky like that. Maybe she explains that it's not in any order here. Who knows? Anyway, where was I up to in chat? That stream where all the One Piece YouTubers say AOT is better was wild. True, well, everybody hates their main series, obviously. I guess Rogers Base would probably say that. That Tekken guy was there too, and there was some other guy. She probably didn't say that, right? Just judging from the list here. But they were probably like, oh, One Piece is just a silly old show. Attack on Titan's serious and stuff. It's got political stuff going on. It's smart. One Piece, famous for not having political stuff. It's so funny that manga made her basically ditch normal novels. Well, she has another channel where she does normal novels, okay? It is funny. There's a video that was recommended to me that I watched like the first minute and a half of that seemed really interesting, or it was like, what happened to comics or whatever. And it is kind of funny that there aren't really, like, massive comic spaces. Because I think at the beginning of that video, it, like, has a graph of, like, all the comics, like, in America in 2023 or whatever. And, like, 60% of it is manga. And, like, the point of the video is that Marvel was, like, 1.2% or something. Isn't it crazy how Marvel went through this thing of being, like, the most popular thing of all time, and nobody got into comics, really? And if people did, they got into, like, old comics. Like, whoever's running, like, the comics division of Marvel, like, they have to be, like, fired every month, right? It's like, how did you not capitalize on this? I guess my point here is that there's not, like, a book thing that we all know about that's, like, coming out, right? The only thing is, like, Game of Thrones, which isn't coming out, and that's, like, the meme. But, like, and then now people talk about Dune. But there's not, like, a new series that's, like, coming out where it's, like, the new Game of Thrones and we all know about it and these booktubers are all hyping it up. Now, I'm sure there are in, like, their subsection where it is, like, oh, the big thingy. That Bookworm girl has one of them in her titles all the time. But, like, nobody really knows about it. But they do know about manga. It's weird how these things sort of, like, fragment and, like, there's, like, comics out there, but nobody cares. There's, like, normal books out there, and nobody cares. Like, there is no 500,000 subscriber book channel that's talking about all the new books that are coming out. Now, I'm sure there are some pretty big book tubers or whatever, but I feel like they all have, like, 50,000 subs. And all of their big videos are when they do, like, a Harry Potter video, or they start doing Game of Thrones like Bookborn did, or they're talking about, like, some Cormac McCarthy shit, or something that's, like, a famous book from back in the day. It's weird. Or maybe I just don't know. Who knows? It's like when comic YouTubers say One Piece is the best story ever. Invalidates the whole medium they covered for like a decade. Well, yeah, when you're like close to something, you hate it. It's like your wife. When there's a new hot thing on the market, you know? It's like, oh, she's the greatest and my wife sucks, but I've been with my wife for 20 years and I will continue to be with my wife. But that one's way better. What a great analogy. I'm a genius. I read this top 10 one ages ago. How did I miss everything in front of it? I think she might not like it because of the sexual themes. True, there is sex in it. And yes, Vinland Saga famously, zero sex. Vagabond might be similar. That's why we don't read it. I feel like I could see her complaining about Robin's boobs or something, so this all checks out. I swear I remember her saying she tried to read it and didn't like it. Well, now that's even based. Now we know she's got integrity, goddammit. Me too, frankly. Fucking shitty Berserk. One Piece is the only ongoing manga that you'll get 100k per chapter. Huge drop off after that. Chainsaw Man or JoJo is probably next. Chainsaw Man fucking sucks. Nobody's doing that. It is true. Jujutsu Kaisen's done, right? Demon Slayer's done. That fucking fish one or whatever, that's the big next one, right? I guess... I don't want to look it up because I guess I don't want spoilers. But if you were to compare, like, the latest Dan chapter reviews to the latest Chainsaw Man chapter reviews, the Dan one's probably, like, the biggest Dan YouTuber's probably got more views, right? Nobody big covers Chainsaw Man. What? Sufferance does. Is that, like, the biggest guy? Like, obviously, Attack on Titan was pretty big. Like, Roger's Base would get, like, 10k views every time. Or maybe more. Wasn't I getting 10k views every time at a point? But yeah, it's just so built out at this point. Plus, I bet there's a lot of people that just keep up with One Piece through YouTube reviews and stuff like that. The Marvel Ultimate Universe and DC Absolute Universe started recently have gotten pretty popular. I don't believe you. Though maybe. Anyway, let me just check out this.
Let's do it. Let's finish it. Let's complete this list week.
He's doing this because he does a bunch of top lists at the end of the year, and he actually gets his out. So this is his last one, so he's very excited.
2024. It's Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. We have finally reached the end of list week for 2024, going over the best and worst of the year, musically speaking. And here we are, finally at the top 50 best albums list. Like with every year's list week, 50 whole records is a lot of records, but if any of them pique your interest, there are reviews for all of them linked down below. And I will be kind of going through the first half of the list pretty quickly and speaking just a touch more about these albums as we near the top of the list. So without any further ado, let's get into the top 50. At number 50, that's going to be Yeet with 2093, a very good, futuristic, psychedelic...
Oh, no, he didn't. He just has them in the thingy. Brad will be pretty high. Fuck this stupid Beyonce album. And listen to this Denzel Curry album. I did listen to the review of the Jack White thingy, I think. Wait, I skipped past the JPEG Mafia one. Obviously, the Kendrick Lamar one. The Logic one is on here. I thought we all hated Logic. The Tyler, the Creator one. Okay, let's skip to the end.
Visceral
it's the JPEG Mafia one.
Vocals also sound fantastic in these mixes too, and vibes, while also you won't go for something new each time in the process. At number 7, we also have something very loud and punishing coming through on the new Knocked Loose album. You won't go before you're supposed to.
That's not even the JPEG Mafia one. It does look like
sound,
one
amazing album. Joy Greep, once known for his contributions to the experiment.
I don't know who this is.
But yeah, that Jesus, the latest record, witty poetic on life.
He might have already put the JPEG Mafia album.
Also,
I think he gave it a 9.
Peak veracity and just gives us a it's all killer, no filler. What more can you say? At number 3, Kendrick Lamar, GNX. Kendrick gives us a catchy and hard-hitting ode to the LA scene on this one, with some of his biggest bangers to date, as well as some of his most thoughtful and lyrical and conceptual tracks to date, as well as amazing soulful dark lows and just a glimmer of hope at the very end too, which again is why it's landing in my number 2 spot. Then at number 1, as if it's any surprise, we are going to go with
similar, right?
Brat. Yep, gave this album 10 out of 10. I feel like it was going to land at number 1 either way. I think I pretty much made my case for this album already in my review. It's really interesting to hear that. Once again, go be a one-of-a-kind songwriter, rapper, as well as producer, bringing in all of these rock elements on many of the tracks on this record. Heavy guitar riff.
Okay,
let's do it.
Twice, isn't it? Where the fuck is Superman? I love Superman. Are we all getting invested in superheroes again? We're starting a new one. We've all given up on Marvel. That shit's dead. They TV shows and expected us to keep up. What a fucking joke. Now, I know this dumb fucking James Gunn moron is trying to make TV shows too. Like I'm keeping... Fuck me. Anyway, did Brat win? Brat did win, Heath. We're all congratulatory. Heath Miller says, yay, I bet this is the trailer. Hey! It is. You're an idiot, Miller. You think I'm not going to get to it? Aliari's not going to watch this portion of the screen. He can, fill up on content. Oh my god, is he on Krypton or something? You know what I've been curious about recently? I look over at my shelf and I see the great Man of Steel on there, and I feel like I remember watching that at some point, and there were, American soldiers in it. That was weird, because Superman's in, Megatropolis or whatever. And are they going to pretend that's in America? I feel like in The Dark Knight, they also pretend that, Gotham is in America, which is retarded. So that's always funny. And I don't remember much else of Man of Steel. I feel like I remember his tragic backstory with his dead dad. And I remember thinking it didn't make a lot of sense, but also thinking it was kind of cool. So, maybe we should watch Man of Steel with Elite RE. We love it. Batman vs. Superman, what a movie. Ooh, but instead we're going to be getting caught up on all this great stuff. And we got to watch Star Wars, remember? So is he on Krypton right now? Is this crazy? Or is he just in the desert or something? It's kind of blue looking. It's so Superman, huh? It's snowy. Oh, did he just land? Did he Goku land? Watch out, Gohan. No, he just got beat up. Who's the villain? I don't even know yet. Oh my goodness, let me take a guess. We got Brainiac. That's a funny looking fella. Then Lex Luthor. General Zod. Apocalypse. That's from X-Men. Doomsday. That's the guy. And then that's all the Batman guy, the Superman guys I know. DC sucks. Someone let me know what Tyrone thought. Oh my god, he's walking. I'm walking here. He's tall. Remember how Alita Ari will watch a perfectly normal trailer and just go, that looked really bad, guys. Wow. Like, he knows what that means. Is that Lois Lane right there? Wait! Oh my god, for a second I thought that was the girl from You, but it's definitely not. What a great actor she was. God, I can't believe they killed her off. Terrible thing. The director of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, you're not allowed to put that there. He's a farm boy. That's his dad. He's gonna die. And his mum's name is Martha, remember that? This summer. I feel like that's not a lot of likes. Oh my god, Silver Surfer's coming to beat him up.
Crypto.
Oh, it's the dog guy. I remember them saying the dog was going to be in it.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Hey, it's like Luthor. Luthor Corp. Looks like the Iron Man plague.
Superman.
Is that Green Lantern and the Hulk girl? What the hell's going on there? Oh, that thing in the background that was in the poster we all hated. Oh my god, there was a big monster too. This thingy. Is that Brainiac or something? Who is that? I don't know. That's a guy. That's a bad guy then. July. Are we 24 when that movie comes out? I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself before it comes out. So at first we got like Dramaticies dying and stuff, and then the fun showed up. But then it wasn't played too funny. So, you know, maybe it's a funny tone thing that we're playing here. Because that seems to be the case. Like serious shots, but then there's like weird goofy shit happening. Like this guy's bald head is a little goofy. And so is the alien. And so is this kid putting this thingy up. It certainly feels less serious. That guy had a bowl cut. And this monster's a little weird. James Gunn is a little wacky, I guess, right? So I don't know. Where are we up to? I saw his reaction. He might be a Snyder cultist. He's always been like that. America's literally in Superman's catchphrase, but okay. Superman. Retarded. Tyrone's the only hater. Everybody else loved it. Angry Joe and Greg Miller loved it. Well, I was about to tab over and see what Greg said, but Greg's always going to like it. He's a nice man. Does Kyle even recognize the music? Lamau? What is it, Superman music?
No.
I I thought it was gonna be like a cool one where they have like the Madonna song all dramatized, and I just didn't realize it. But it's just shitty Superman music or something. Who cares about Superman? Now, someone forgot to post the trailer yesterday. Skull emoji. Batman Do You Bleed depends on the director. 500 upvotes. Superheroes, I want to, yes. These seem relatively positive. This is the kind of movie Henry Cavill should have been in. True, we love Henry Cavill. You know, he actually liked The Witcher, and that's why they fired him, because they hated The Witcher, and that's why we like him. And in one interview, he said he played video games, even though he's got big muscles. So, you know, he really validates us, so we like him. Greg Miller, let's see. I saw the reaction thing. I nearly watched the reaction thing, but then I was like, I'll just watch it on stream. Oh my god. How to make a good superhero. Oh my god, we gotta click on the Game Over Greggy show from 9 years ago. Why is the most recent thing not coming up? Get on your shit, kind of funny. What's going on here? Here it is. Oh no, Nick and Tim are here. They're gonna shit on it. I don't need the chat. Why aren't they saying anything? Why is it paused?
Here we go.
Shut up, Nick.
Same shot from Man of Steel. Oh.
We can do it a little faster. He's got his Superman shirt on.
Dragon Ball.
Very.
It was ass kicking.
Did he say Dragon Ball?
Very Dragon Ball.
Oh, Tim said that. Okay.
It was ass kicking. Is this a wig, Nick?
Immediately. He hurts.
I can't understand what they're saying in this speech.
That's how you get me.
React harder.
God damn. Come on.
Oh shit, he's going crypto.
Dude, that's fucking awesome!
Are you kidding me?
Oh, because it was the dog.
Fucking awesome!
Are you kidding me?
I understand now.
Home. Take me home.
Oh fucking Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Superman.
Oh fuck. That was real good. The kid saying Superman made me tear up. That's where he got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we watch anything else, sound, please?
Oh no, Greg's gonna cry. This is crazy. They're gonna watch it again. I just want the review.
Ridiculous. We don't see him put mousse in his hair. He's got to put the mousse in his hair. Put the mousse
Nick's
in his hair.
making
Turn around into
jokes.
Yeah, he's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
But he's a great actor. And then obviously we haven't seen Perry White.
Okay, I can't skip through.
Great.
We got to do here. Oh my god, I want to see the old Game Over Greggy logo.
My topic.
Now, were they still at IGN at this point? They were. This is
I'm
crazy.
sick of talking about movies nobody cares
Look at, he's so young, and look at this one with him.
about, like Star Wars. Well, now that we can talk about whatever we want on Kind of Funny.
Okay.
I think this is before he won the Game Award.
Subscribe, like, share, Patreon. I want to talk about why no one can seem to make a good Superman movie.
Oh my god, they're talking about Man of
What
Steel.
the hell is that? It's Jor-El.
Batman
the apparition
Begins.
of Jor-El.
Okay, I'm not actually gonna watch this. Oh my goodness. What a stream, what a reaction. So I'm assuming, since Miller didn't say anything, that it is just Superman music and I'm not missing anything. Oh my god, the new DC slate. We got this fucking idiot reacting. Oh my god, there's been some funny Trixie videos recently. White Guilt is correct. She is doing like a weird kind of like lefty thing now. Oh, the Femcell one. I didn't actually watch this yet. Oh, she's still mad about the Destiny debate from like 7 years ago. That's funny. But there's been some funny ones. Crazy. Now, what am I... What was I going to do? Oh, I thought about maybe Ghost in the Shell videos on stream, because I am curious. I am left like, what do people say about this movie when they talk about it? These are just all the same comments that Alita already went over stream. Other than that, I guess there is Pokemon stuff. I have seen him get his second Johto Gym badge. There was like a string of 2 episodes that were almost really good, but were sort of letdowns in a little way. Did I even... no, I guess there's been a bunch happening, because I don't think we talked about Cyndaquil getting introduced. Cyndaquil's obviously very cute. We love the great Cyndaquil. This Mareep one, I think I gave a high to. That one was pretty good. The Superhero Secret was okay. Foul Weather Friends. Oh, that was the Hoppip one. That one was pretty good. Oh, the Chikorita one was the one I was going to watch right after the last stream, and it ended up not being that great. The Charizard one was very good. Grin to Win. Which one was that? What joke are we making here? Grin to Win. It was exactly 10 episodes ago, so let me remind myself. Where are you up to, Heath? Give me an update. Oh, yes, the Sunflora one. This was one of the best episodes. We love this one. But yes, and there was the Chikorita one. That was only okay. Then the Oddish one. Then this superhero one. Then this one that was great. Then this one that was pretty good. Then Good Quill Hunting was pretty good. Cyndaquil introduction. Then we had a 3-part Azalea Town one that was all pretty okay. They all got highs. And then we've got this one. But I saw it, and then I saw that it's like a far-fetched episode, and I was like, ugh. So I haven't watched one today. So I don't know. Is this where the Pokemon watch-through comes to die? How will we ever know? Also, I haven't talked about the greatest video of all time in YouTube history, this Crash Bandicoot. I can type so well. We're lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's terrible for the viewing experience. Bandicoot making of. This is just the greatest. Oh, here it is. This is just the greatest YouTube video of all time. Uh-oh, now that I see this video, I'm like, oh my god, did he just copy it all from this video? Because he uses a lot of footage in this video. And he has a bunch of, like, half of this video is talking about technical problems that they had to figure out that I have no idea. Like, he was like, and then the shaders they had to modify with the bandwidth and the something and the polygon count and and I'm just like, I got no idea what this fucking idiot's talking about. I wonder if it's just all from this one. It is crazy. I already talked to Miller about this, but there's a crazy part in this video where it's like, oh, and then they went to E3 that year, and Sony loved him so much that they made him a big booth, and they put it right across from Mario 64 to show up with them. And then Miyamoto himself went over to play Crash because he knew that Crash was way better than shitty Mario. And it's all cute and stuff like that. Also, this is for the first 4 games, so the 4 that Naughty Dog made before they handed off. I would have loved, like, I feel like the most interesting part of this is right afterwards, where it's like, all right, how did they decide on Jak and Daxter as a follow-up? How did Crash continue? Like, how did Universal approach Traveler's Tales to do Crash 4? I don't know, 2 months ago, and he hasn't made a video since. That's probably not what the follow-up is going to be. And those would probably be 2 separate videos, like Crash post Naughty Dog, and then Naughty Dog post Crash. I'm sure all that information is out there if I really wanted to look it up. But, you know, it's nice when it's in a YouTube little format here. It's very interesting how it is like a big tale about chasing Mario. And how Jak and Daxter is like, it takes until then for them to really make Mario 64. And it's kind of cute when you think about it in that sense. And then by the time they make Mario 64, Nintendo is making Mario Sunshine. It's like a completely different game. The iterative process is very interesting to me. And you sort of see it like in like modern games, but it would be so interesting to be at the time of like, because there's other videos, and I watched like the first 7 minutes of this, and I want to watch it because I like Croc. It's about Croc. And Croc is also being made at this time. There's like this period from like 1995 to 1996 where everybody's like making the first 3D platformers and trying to figure it out. And like even just these 3 examples of Mario 64, and there's like that Bugsy game everybody makes fun of. Like 4 very different approaches, and it's interesting how they both, like, it's pretty clear that Mario is, like, the best one, and then they all, like, try to figure out how to be more like Mario. Like, you can even see it in Pokemon games, like, the iterative process of, like, well, step 1 of getting Pokemon to open world is, like, having the concept originally, but then not making it an open world game because we're on the fucking Game Boy. And then you get to, like, Sun and Moon, where there's sort of open areas you can, like, surf on. It's like, oh, this is a little weird. And then you get to Sword and Shield, where there's a whole separate, like, level, which is, like, an open world level part of the map, as well as a more linear sort of game. Also, I feel like that's the better mix than just what Scarlet and Violet did. But I like Scarlet and Violet better, I guess. Oh, I did play Scarlet and Violet for, like, 20 minutes, because I've given up on Legends Arceus. I'm not finishing this fucking Pokedex. I haven't played it in, like, a month, so it's like, whatever. But it was just fun to jump in and run around in, because that game is really fun to just run around in. It is really stymied by the fact that it isn't fully open world, and you have to load into fucking Jubilife Village to go to a different map all the time. That's kind of annoying. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just do this in Scarlet. And I'm like, oh, what did I have on my team and stuff like that? And what did I have in my box? First of all, the boxes in that game is kind of ugly. It's not nearly as atrocious as the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl one, but, like, Legends Arceus is just so much better. What are we doing here? But it is, like, Scarlet, like, sucked to run around in. It was like, oh, I don't like this at all. And I remember Miller at the time complaining, like, oh, why can't you throw Pokeballs at, like, Pokemon? And I think by the time I had gotten to Scarlet, I had, like, forgotten what it felt like in Legends Arceus. But he's absolutely right. Like, this game, it feels like a massive downgrade when you go from one to the other. And it's very strange. Because I assume it's mostly the same design process in both. It's like, why would you choose one from the other? I guess there is so much nostalgia baked into the traditional catching experience. And this is exactly how I felt at the time. Where I was like, oh, you can't do, like, oh, the Legends Arceus, like, catching system is, like, cute for the game, but it's not actually how you should catch things in Pokemon. Obviously, you should catch them in a more traditional sense. Then I was like, this isn't fun. Like, I love, like, just in Legends Arceus, you fly over, you dive in, you hide in the hidden grass, you throw the Pokeball, it does the cool sound effect. Oh my god, it feels so good. You've caught it, you run off. And because that game, like, sort of emphasized catching a lot of Pokemon and releasing them, which is not how Scarlet and Violet is designed. But, like, they probably should be designed that way. Pokemon is in a crisis in a lot of areas, and it's in none of the areas people actually talk about, because people just talk about the graphics or whatever that nobody cares about and will keep getting ignored. There's a crisis in we are getting to the tipping point where there is too many Pokemon. And the other one is we are getting to a point where we've sort of invested, like, 20 years in these mechanics, and how, like, Pokemon is, like, the last turn-based JRPG, like, AAA game. Like, Final Fantasy is all an action game now. We don't do turn-based anymore. All the turn-based games are, like, Octopath Traveler or whatever, and they're, like, smaller games. Or Persona is, like, the only... And I don't think anybody's calling that a AAA game. So it's to the point where, do we just fucking make Pokemon an action game? Like, what are we doing here? And the same with the catching mechanic. Now, obviously, the catching mechanic is the easier one to get rid of. And in Legends ZA or whatever, they're almost certainly going to be more Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But then there's also the potential leaks, which is different to the actual leaks that happened, that they might be, like, a soft rebooting at the end of the next Pokemon game. Which, like, might be good, because then maybe you can just cut this National Dex stuff and, like, start new with, like, a new 150 Pokemon or something. I guess you can just ignore it. There's also the, like, if you came out with a new Pokemon game and there was no new Pokemon in it, it would still sell, right? Because that's what happened basically with Legends Arceus. It was kind of a mainline game. There was some new forms in it. But that's really it. I'm sure you could do a plot reason to just have, like, the new starter Pokemon and like, new legendaries, and that's it. There's, like, 5 new Pokemon in the game. I don't know. There's a lot of these fucking stupid things. I guess I was talking about the iterative system, where I was trying to figure out, like Crash 2 starts, like, Naughty Dog realized they can't make an open, like, Mario 64 is an open world, but like an open, like where the hub world is like open like that, and obviously the levels are much more open. Crashes is literally like corridor stuff, like you're running down the line, and there's like a split path every once in a while. But like their answer to that was like the small fix they could make, because they're turning over these games in literally like 9 months or some crazy shit. Was to make the warp room, so you have like 5 levels you can choose to do in any order, and then it's like, oh, clearly they still had that thought in their mind of like, oh, for the next one we've got to do like, we got to be more like Mario 64, and that's why Jak and Daxter is like completely open world, and it is like insanely impressive. And there's also things like in retrospect that you can't really understand of like how good Crash 3 looks compared to everything else that's shown in this video. Like Mario 64 does look hideous at times. There's like a charm to it, but it does look hideous. And Crash 3 looks like great. There's also a little part in this video where he talks about how like Sony Japan didn't even want to bother putting Crash in Japan because like it was too dumb for Japanese audiences, because Japanese audiences, like the understanding in Japan at that time was that like Western games aren't real games and they just look pretty but their gameplay sucks, and they have like, and they're hard to understand or something, because like the line in the video. And then to like realize that like every game on like the PlayStation is like made in Japan besides Crash. And even then Crash had to be like changed a bunch to be released in Japan. Like he had to be redesigned to be a little more anime chibi. And that Sony Japan had so much input that they're the ones that kind of killed Torna and wanted Coco to come in. Because she was cuter and stuff. And because people, like apparently one kid one time to a playtester said that Torna looked like a middle-aged woman. And it's like, that's Crash's girlfriend. Like, we have to have, like, little kid, because it's a little kid game. It's very funny. Especially when you, like, Crash's, like, aesthetic is that he's a little edgy, but, like, that didn't translate. There was something in there that was a more interesting point. Oh, realizing that every, like, big PlayStation game is made in Japan. Except for, I guess, Tomb Raider isn't, right? Or is it? Tomb Raider, let's just look at it. This better be, this is not going to be Tomb Raider 1. List of Tomb Raider. Isn't it European? Developed by Core Design and Eidos Interactive as a debut. Sorry. Developed by Core Design. England. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Lara Croft is English in the first one. In the first few, at least. Even then, it was on the Saturn or whatever first. But if we top-selling PS1 games, they're all like Final Fantasy VII, that's Japanese. All the Final Fantasies are Japanese. Resident Evil is Japanese. Gran Turismo, that's kind of a Japanese name. Yeah, it's a Japanese game. Produced by Shuhei Yoshida, who shows up in this. Remember him from My Great Last of Us video. Japanese. Tekken is definitely Japanese. Harry Potter. It's published by EA and Augmont. Oh, these are the people that made Croc. This is a Western developer, I'm pretty sure. It's fucking England again. That's funny. Why are these fucking English idiots making video games? Crash 2 sold the best? That's crazy. There's Tomb Raider. Metal Gear Solid, obviously Japanese. Crash 1 over here. These are not Japanese. Japanese. Rayman is French. Cringe. Spyro is obviously American too. But if we look at that, if we switch over to best-selling, I feel like PS2 we're still pretty Japanese, probably, right? But if we go to like PS4, it's like all of Sony studios now, like the one Japanese studio got shut down and now it's kind of back with Astrobot, which is hilarious. Like, Rockstar is all American, right? Or they might be British, I don't know. Gran Turismo, that's Japanese. American, Japanese, American, Japanese, 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 American. You can tell because it's Santa Monica. That's American, Japanese, the Great Naughty Dog, American. It is funny that Jak and Daxter really doesn't ever sell that well. I feel like we start to see the change here, though. I just Googled Uncharted because I know where we're going with this. Best selling PS3 games. What is the best-selling PS3 game? It's going to be like Grand Theft Auto 5 or something stupid, right? Because I know I've looked at those first two before, and I knew Gran Turismo was always up there, and Crash is in like the top 10. What was number 1 just now? Grand Theft... Well, yeah. If Grand Theft Auto's winning PS2, it's definitely winning fucking PS3. It might be GTA 4, though. It's GTA 5. Then Gran Turismo again. And then The Great Last of Us. We're here with a mid-game. You know, we hate The Last of Us 1 now. And then Uncharted. The Naughty Dog's suddenly back. It's funny how it only sold 7 million on PS3. It's definitely like 12 million or something on PS4. But here we've got American, Japanese, American, 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 Japanese. Rocksteady is probably American, almost certainly. Japanese, Japanese, American, Japanese, American. Isn't it crazy that these Call of Duty games aren't up here? I guess because they're probably more popular on Xbox 360, right? The Xbox brand probably has a lot to do with like a shift to more Western developers. Yeah, this is when we woke up. Heavy Rain is in the top 20. Little Big Planet Beyond Two Souls is in the top 20. What is Motorstorm? A racing game, I guess. Silly Batman games. If I just put 4 here, is it going to work? It is. Now, this is obviously GTA 5 again. And then Red Dead Redemption 2 or something. And then probably Last of Us 1. Or Uncharted 4 and Last of Us Part 2, I don't think sold that many. Horizon's probably in like the top 20. God of War is definitely in the top 20. Spider-Man is probably way up there. Like way up there. Let's just look. Oh, Spider-Man's number 1. That's fucking crazy. GTA, obviously. God of War is way up here. It's crazy that the shitty God of War game did this good, huh? When we're down here at fucking 4th. Last of Us Remastered, only at 10 million. This is pretty good. But anyway, American, 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 Japanese. Wait, is this even Japanese still? It is Japan, right? No? Maybe? It is Japan, my goodness. Do they still make Gran Turismo games? Who knows? But yes, American, well, this is technically Dutch. Sucker Punch is American. EA Dice. From Software, that's Japanese. But yeah. You know, the Americans didn't used to run this shit, but now they do. I have no idea what PS5 is. Spider-Man 2 makes sense. Oh my god, look at the drop-off here. Shitty Elden Ring only sold 3 million copies. Idiots be playing this on the PC, I'm assuming. This Ratchet & Clank game sold a lot. It is a launch title, though. Did Astrobot announce this figure? I was just assuming Astrobot was going to fail. I guess we probably don't have a lot of figures, huh? Like, Sony only publishes the good figures, right? Because we actually don't know how many Concord had. Anyway, what a thingy down memory lane or whatever. Oh my god, we've got a link from Miller. I've been ignoring everybody. Been a while since there was a trailer like this, like Star Wars sequel or Infinity War Endgame. Because they're like grand and stuff. I feel like those Deadpool and Wolverine trailers were pretty grand. I'm watching Pikachu's Vacation after this. My goodness, he's up to episode 60 already. He's seen I think you've seen the greatest episode of all time, the Hollywood one, where Psyduck and Wigglytuff make a movie. That's the number 1 episode in the first 80. And then there's also the Paris episode that I really like, that funny Paris episode where Paris thinks he's hot shit after he beats the fuck out of Pikachu or whatever, and then he tries to fuck with Charmeleon. Also, Attack of Prehistoric Pokemon, which is in a top 5 episode, I'm pretty sure. I think, yes, because you're probably resting with Ash getting ready for the Pokemon League. So you've also seen the Charizard Magmar episode. That's a good one. We love all these great Pokemon episodes. Aaron going crazy for YouTube views. What is this going to be in reference to something Miller has linked? It is Blind Wave related. Beyond. Hey, I'm trying to unmute here.
Hey, that's not what I said! I keep telling you that's the answer! Oh, God, hit the button! No, hit the button!
Oh my god, they do hit the button? It's been so long since I've watched a Blind Wave thing.
No, it's okay. You guys are just fighting till we're done. Well, it felt natural, I guess. I don't know.
Beyond the reaction table, what does this mean?
There's still so much more you can do over there. In fact,
is this a gag?
You can go.
I don't like gags.
Let's go and check that out.
I got it,
oh, are they showing the studio? This is big.
It's right here.
They've got like stairs and stuff. What is this, a house? This is just an Eric's house or something?
Here we go. Rick, we have figured out how to turn Badonka Gonk itself into
I don't understand these references. I don't keep up with Blind Wave. I'm assuming this shitty Superman trailer. Which Black Sails episode are they on? God, Black Sails is the greatest.
Hey guys, screw a Blind Wave. I'm Eric. Because Richard Guthrie's been going on. You guys kind of have an idea of generally what's been going on right now on Nassau. The last thing of which was Richard Guthrie in the middle of the night heading across the island, and then someone
he got fucking killed. Spoiler alert, he's fucking dead.
I'm here to see the lady in the house. Good morning, dear.
It's old.
Oh, the old lady. We love this character. Oh, the old guy. Eleanor's still in her pirate stuff, looking hot.
We said receive today. No, ma'am.
She's gonna tell her Max's plan and some crazy shit. This is crazy. What's Flint doing? Oh, they're in fucking North Carolina or whatever.
Two of us. Run off with a man in the middle.
Oh no, we're back with these two. I want to see Flint. Wait, this isn't. No, it's the next episode where it's the greatest episode of all time.
There's some circling birds.
Oh no, this is when they find her dead. How many episodes are in these fucking? Oh yeah, and veins that following them.
In which the last thing.
And he's got a monologue. This is the greatest episode of all time.
Is the water.
Yeah, this tracks for them.
One way or another.
He fits in with them so well.
What I do?
But he did grow up there.
God, it's the, you just gotta be there, chat. This is the coolest episode ending of all time. And then they flip it in the next episode because Black Sails has got twists coming out of his ass that are all great. And it's just the greatest of all time. Kill yourself, madman. Anyway. I'll have guys in their late 30s acting like children. Yes, Miller, we hate that. You know, we love One Piece here, but we hate childish things, right? Why did I just try to gift myself subs? I accidentally clicked something. Yeah, I'm always right about Pokemon. Did you catch all the endgame roaming legendaries in Arceus? No, the fucking stupid weather things started showing up, and I think I tried to catch Landorus one time, but I was like, this isn't... Like, the other legendaries are easy. They were all just in their little thingies, and you could just throw balls at them. But I was like, whatever. I was going to do them, but now I'm not going to do it. Elite RE is here saying, oh my god, it's so cool. Elite RE was shit-talking you at the beginning of the stream, speculating what you're going to think when you rewatch Ghost in the Shell. Metaphor was challenging for a game award this year. I think people still like turn-based RPGs. Nobody gives a fuck about shitty Metaphor, and that's just Persona anyway. So I already talked about that. But... also, not a AAA game. You know, it's a shitty little... Everybody was making fun of it for looking like an early PS4 game. But anyway. Pokemon's got to figure its shit out. I don't get why anyone would want every Pokemon in every game. The fun comes from using the new Pokemon. Well, this is only people online who want to transfer their old Pokemon into the new game, and people who want all the Pokemon in it for the meta game. Those are usually the big things. Plus, there was like, well, Game Freak's lazy. That's why they're not going to put it in. And also, like, the thing that they said in the first interview didn't match with the second interview or something, and it was a big hullabaloo about how they're lying to you or some fucking shit. But Miller loves that shit where he conspiracizes whatever's going on, so... Anyway. Fun comes from using the new Pokemon, not the old ones. That's not always true, but I do definitely prioritize using the new ones when I play a new game. Less than 1% of players import old Pokemon from home and the old games. That's probably true. I mean, Crash 3 and Ocarina of Time came out at the same time. Mario 64 was old by then. It is true, but even, like, Crash 3 looks crazy for this fucking shitty console. That is kind of the narrative of the video, that they're like, Crash Team Racing looks, like, infinitely better than, like, Mario 64, but there is like a 3-year difference, I think, in the release dates of those games. But I think, is there a single PS1 game that looks anything as good as Crash? I guess those racing games look real good, but they like cheating because they're racing games. Like, Final Fantasy VII looks like shit compared to Crash. But it does the weird blending of, like, the hyper-detailed backgrounds where the little sprite is running on it and it almost looks, like, good. I don't know. It's funny. That generation just is easily, like, the poorest aging one. Is that true? It is true. SNES games look fucking great just because they're in that style. It's like a process. We understand how this works. Love how PlayStation has been around far shorter than Nintendo, and their franchises and studios are almost unrecognizable from beginning to current day. True, because we evolve here. We don't just make shitty Mario forever. Now that's all the games. Oh, on PS5? True, because PS5 has no games. I'm ranking them all, and the prehistoric episode is officially an 8 out of 10. Is that like the best one, or are you saying that one's shitty? I think that one's a great. It's like a chase sequence the whole episode, and it's like the Charizard evolves one. It's also the one where Togepi just comes out of nowhere. Oh my god, the battling one for Togepi where Meowth nearly wins. That's a top 10 episode right there. That one's fantastic. It's sad that Meowth doesn't bring it up more often, that he like loves Togepi. It's just like that episode and then moves on forever. Those are great episodes. Alita, are you saying, God, it's so cool? Let's rewatch it again, Alita. Let's do another series. I wonder what the thought process behind this is. Do they think their audience is interested in Eric re-reacting, or are they just trying to get an audience for these two randoms on the channel? Maybe Eric was like, I've watched shitty fucking TV shows all day that I fucking hate, so how about instead I rewatch The Great Black Sails with my girlfriend and that other guy, that Rob guy or whatever his name is, and we do it again because I want to. Also, their core fan base probably really likes Black Sails and is interested in that. And obviously, Blindwave is more about pleasing their like massive Patreon audience than like getting more subscribers and stuff like that. Love Eric reacting way harder than the first time reactors. Well, you know, he's a professional. These other guys are new, and girls. I say we get him the hell out of there. Shut up, Alita. You're being cringe. Crash and Star Fox are probably the best to compare because they're linear. There is no Star Fox N64 game, right? Also very different. Oh my god, there is a Star Fox N64 game. I literally thought there was like 2 Star Fox games. I thought there was like the original one on SNES that's like crazy, and then there's the one on GameCube that people don't like. But maybe this is the one I think of when I think of Star Fox. Where's a video? Is this the barrel roll one with Floppy or whatever the fuck? I think it is, right? Because the other one looks really primitive and stuff. Hey, don't go flat on me, motherfucker. I'm trying to load Star Fox here. Oh yeah, this is the one I think of.
Right. Shoot the shit out of it.
Oh my god, there's audio and stuff. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks better than most N64 games, I think. It is still polygonal. Crash is just good at hiding its ugliness, I think. And then Crash 3... Platinum Relics. Oh my god, I need to start taking notes. I know, we have to get a lead RE to decide which one looks better. Not the fucking water level. I'm trying to choose the best one here. Like, I feel like this looks way better. Like, the backgrounds and everything. It's less open. I think the linearness and the boxed-in-ness of it really does help it. Also, this video doesn't look very fucking good. I'm trying to win an argument here, goddammit. But, like, like these Egyptian levels and shit like that, we got reflections in the background. You ain't seeing that on the shitty Nintendo 64, I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty sure that is in Mario 64, huh? God, Crash is so cool. I haven't done any of these levels yet. These ones are annoying. These are, like, the last ones. We got the TNT crate. But anyway, this whole video is about how the PlayStation sucks compared to the Nintendo 64 in one of these aspects. I think it's, like, polygons on screen or something. Are you streaming on YouTube in 2025? When I get a great idea, we will, Liari. The best one is the Snow Way Out special that gets moved around because of Porygon so far. Ew! The shitty, like, we're gonna die, stay close one? I feel like that's, like, ranked 50th or something. What a terrible why did Heath just say that in my chat? Why? I thought that was the second battery warning. I'm trying to fucking win an argument here. The one with the racist jinx and the talking lap? No, that's the other Snow one, huh? Snow... Oh, it's in the top 50. You know, we kind of like Snow Way Out around here. Look at all of these I haven't done anything on. Obviously, the Ninja Poke Showdown is better. That's the Koga episode. Pokemon Sensation, I think that's the Erica episode. The Farfetch'd episode is funny. We like Farfetch'd. Fashion Flash, Pikachu's Goodbye, overrated episode. The Flameathlon, overrated episode. I Choose You, overrated episode. School of Hard Knocks, we like that one. Sparks Fly for Magnemite is an awesome little tonal episode. The Waterflowers of Cerulean City, we love that episode. Oh my god, look at all these the Sabrina episodes all in one go here. Wake Up Snorlax, that's a funny episode. Showdown in Dark City, that's a cute episode. Ghost and Maiden Speak, that's a great episode. First Pokemon League anime episode. We haven't seen that yet, Heath. The Breeding Center, oh, that's the Butch and Cassidy one. I thought that was the Doctor one that's trying to fuck Misty even though he's like 10 foot tall. The Bridge Bike Game, Beach Out Blast, Dig Those Diglett, all fired up. That's another Pokemon League episode. Yeah, that's another Pokemon League episode. Don't look at that, Heath. Showdown at the Poke Corral, Battle of the Badge, Princess versus Princess, Battle aboard the SSN. You know, Riddle Me This, Electric Shock Showdown, The Problem with Paris. We love The Great Problem with Paris. What a great episode. Anyway, what happens in Snow Way Out? Because it's not the Christmas one, right? Snow Way Out Pokemon. Look, they're all cuddling Ash. I remember thinking this wasn't cringe and being scared that it was going to be cringe. Continuing on their journey, Ash and the gang find themselves at a fork in the road where they make the fateful decision to climb a steep, dangerous mountain in the woods. Pikachu. So this, he just gets lost in this one, right? Oh yeah, this is the scheduling thing where this was supposed to be the original scheduling thing. It's supposed to be all the way back here. That's why Charmander's still in it and stuff. And Charmander's supposed to be here and all this stuff over here. It's a little crazy, but, you know, we run into problems sometimes. Also, a big talking point that I thought was fascinating was the fact that Charmeleon evolves into Charizard so quickly. But, like, well, this was supposed to be here, and, like, he was supposed to be around for a little bit longer and stuff like that. You know, Snow Way Out, what a silly decision. Heath's an idiot in chat. Everybody laugh at Heath. Anyway. Star Fox 64 is everybody's favorite. Here there be dragons. That's not even the line. It's just there be dragons. What is Elite doing? Star Fox 64, yeah, I read that one. You didn't even look at a linear level. Well, I can't help it with this fucking stupid Star Fox thing not giving me the right one. Have you watched these? And Miller is linking something. We were making fun of Blind Wave Elite. Were you here for that one? Oh, yeah, you were. Video games. Oh, my God. No, I haven't seen any of this. The OG/Insane Trilogy, a lengthy retrospective, Crash Bandicoot Raw. It's so funny that this game is funny and what it makes people do. I am going to play this one too. Crash of the Titans, a monstrous mistake. This one's terrible. Wait, I think I did literally watch this video.
Yo. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next part of the Crash Bandicoot series retrospective. I know you all have been waiting quite a while for this one, so let's jump right into it.
Hey, look at your channel, dude. You really just be making Crash videos, huh? The obscure AVN clones nobody knew about, that's crazy. The deepest YouTube iceberg explained. Oh my god, that's Ghost in the Shell in the middle. I love Ghost in the Shell. Harry Potter Iceberg Explained. Elite be like, I've never seen an iceberg video before when he watches Ciclet's iceberg video. Never change, Elite Well, Kill Yourself, that Meowth Togepi episode was trash. That's the best one. He's stupid. Don't listen to him. These are the worst titles I've ever heard. Of what? In Pokemon? The great Pokemon episode titles are the best. Every one of them's a pun. They play the music from when Pikachu saves Ash from Spearow. It's so emotional. They do. Wait, no, I started doing the Lugia one there. But I know the one. But who cares about the stupid Spearow stuff? Like, the first episode isn't even good. Actually, it's pretty good. I think it was higher than Silly Snow Way Out or whatever it was called. If you like those ones, Miller, going Apricorn, like going ape, without a shadow of a drought, not a shadow of a doubt. Getting the bugs out, that's a pretty good name. Good quill hunting, because we're hunting Cyndaquil. Foul weather friends, like something weather friends, you know, that's like a saying. Chikorita's big upset, that's not even one. Mild and woolly, the superhero secret, grin to win, Charizard's burning ambitions. Tanks a lot, like thanks a lot. For crying out loud, that's just like the one. About with Sprout, not a sprout. Fighting Flyer with fire. Once in a Blue Moon, Chikorita's Rescue, the Little Big Horn rather. Snubble Snobbery, Spinnerack Attack, Flower Power, Illusion Confusion, a sappy ending, the Double Trouble header. Price Baby is one from later when they're battling Price. You can't make this shit up. Can you comment on the film bus situation? He was going to quit when he was thinking about quitting and just throwing everything away because the program he likes wasn't working, and I found that very relatable. That was something I would do. But then Alito remind me, he's like, YouTube is working or something, and he did a bunch of them at once, and you got a bunch of notifications, I think. Only people dumber than Film Buff are people giving him money? Wow. I don't want to... That's a bit of a sneak diss for one of our chatters here. I don't know if I can tolerate that, Millie, Alito, he's not stupid. I still got a Whine About episode that I paid for that I haven't watched yet, so, how can I... Who am I to speak? So, Alito, before we end stream, we're waiting for your recap on the situation, where you're going to remind me what happened. No, every time I go to sing it, I change it. That time I changed it into the Berserk song, Heath. I know the one. If I didn't give him money, we'd never see all these great updates. True. Miller gets free content. Alito leaks private stuff to the Discord server. He's one of those people that shares the link from Vimeo. Somebody report him to Film Buff. But Alito's not giving a silly update here. I get them for free anyway, true. Miller the Killer be stealing on the low. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, chat. I don't want to go inside and not do anything and be depressed. I just want to go to New Zealand, okay? So let's go. I was going to say fund me to go there, but I have the money, chat. I got so much money, I just don't even know what to do with all this money I've got. I should be paying people to edit videos or something. Miller is as bad as Destiny. Does Destiny do that? This is crazy. But anyway, that's the second that's the second battery link. So, I don't even know what we did this stream. We talked about Pokemon a bunch. We talked about video games a bunch. We talked about the great Superman trailer. We love it. The great Blind Wave, the great reactors. We hit all the talking points. Now we'll all go watch Alito's stream after this because he's on holidays and he has no excuse. I'll see you there. Hey, I'm trying to stop here.